won't be ready for sharing. So I am making my video off so that there should be no difficulty in internet connection. So thank you very much for joining. We are reading from introduction. Not so many video on today, only 25. We are reading from that section. Our goal of life is to go back to our home, Sanatana sky, eternal sky. We read that part. Because we are all qualitatively one, the Sanatana Dhamma sky, the Sanatana Supreme Person and Sanatana living. Three, Sanatana Dham, Sanatana Supreme Person, Sanatana living entities. So that is our original residence. That is why our religion also Sanatan. That section is very nicely explained here by Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Lord and his transcendental abode are both Sanatan. As are the living entities, and the combined association of the Supreme Lord and the living entities in the Sanatan abode is the perfection of human life. The Lord is very kind to the living entities because they are his sons. Lord Krishna declares in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvo Junishu Kuntiyo. In another place, Aham Bija Padopita. Sarvo Junishu Kuntiyo, Murtya Sambhavantija. Tashang Brahma Mahotjani Aham Bija Padopita. I am the father of all. Prabhupada there, translated in Bhagavad Gita there. I am the seed-giving father. Sometimes people may claim, oh, he is a father, but he is a seed-giving father. Of course, there are all types of living entities according to their various karmas. But here the Lord claims that he is the father of all of them. Therefore, the Lord descends to reclaim all of these fallen conditioned souls, to call them back to the Sanatana eternal sky, so that the Sanatana living entities may regain their eternal Sanatana positions in eternal association of the Lord. The Lord comes himself in different incarnations, or he sends his confidential servants as sons or his associates or acharyas to reclaim the conditioned souls. So very clear this. What is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? Here purpose of Bhagavad Gita clear. As we are Sanatan soul, as Lord is Sanatan, his Dham is Sanatan, so by forgetting we are in asanatan place. So through Bhagavad Gita, Krishna want to take us back to the Sanatana. The purpose of Bhagavad Gita is clear. Purpose of Bhagavad Gita to reclaim the conditioned soul, to bring back the conditioned soul to his spiritual life. Again, I am telling, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita to go back to Godhead. And those who are thinking, yes, I want to go, they are qualified candidates for Bhagavad Gita. First, they have to understand we are in a miserable place. We are Sanatan, our essence Sanatan, we have to go back. If we have that type of desire, they are the eligible candidate for the Bhagavad Gita. Now, the Sanatan word Prabhupada will explain more, especially Dharma. Therefore, Sanatan Dharma does not refer to any sectarian process of religion. In English dictionary, religion means faith. But Prabhupada, when he translated, like you have noticed in Bhagavatam and other places, Shavai Pungsha Paradharma Jata Bhakti Adhakshaji. So Prabhupada never translated Dharma means religion. Because why? When English people will read that, then they'll understand, oh, Paradharma means religion means faith means this. They'll see in their faith That is why Prabhupada translated occupational duty. Religion means occupational duty. What is our occupation? We are servant of Krishna. So our occupation is to serve him. That is occupational, Sanatana Dharma. It is the eternal function of the eternal living entities in relationship with the eternal Supreme Lord. Sanatana Dharma refers, as stated previously, to the eternal occupation of the living entity. Sripad Ramanujarya has explained the word Sanatan. Please remember this word. What is the meaning of Sanatan? Everybody claims Sanatan, Sanatan. But Sripad Ramanujarya has given the definition of Sanatan word, meaning of Sanatan. What is Sanatan? That which has never beginning nor end. So when we speak of Sanatan Dharma, we must take it for granted on the authority of the Sripad Ramanujarya that it has neither beginning nor end. Like other religion may claim that, oh, what is your Sanatan Dharma? Huh? You don't know when it has started. You may upset by hearing that. Oh, really? We are Hindus, we don't have any history when the religion has started. Other religion is good. They know they have a history. But here, Prabhupada has told, yes, Sanatan means is eternal. There is no history. If some religion has history, that means it is asanatan. If a religion has history of its of starting, that means he has end also one day. Jatasya dhruvamittu dhruvam dharmitasya. If someone has created, one day that will destroy also. If some religion has started 2000 years ago, then after some time that will also destroy. So all the religions, those are created, they are all Sanatan. The religion which has not created, that is called Sanatan. Means it was in the past, it is still in the present, and it will continue to exist in future also. The English word religion is a little different from Sanatan Dharma. Religion conveys the idea of faith, and faith may change. One may have faith in a particular process, and he may change his faith and adopt another. But Sanatana Dharma refers to that activity which cannot be changed. For instance, liquidity cannot be taken from water. If you take out the liquidity from water, either it will be ice or steam. No more water. So we should tell liquid water as water as long as it is liquid. The same way, nor can heat be taken from the fire. If fire has no heat and no light, is it fire? No. Similarly, the eternal function of the eternal living entity cannot be taken from the living entity. Do you know the history? Krishna has made this sugar, and after sometimes a sweetness has come. After sometimes, do you have no idea in history? And Krishna has made this salt, and after how many years salty taste has come? No. It is the integral property of a substance. You cannot separate. Dharma means that. Sanatana Dharma is the integral with the living entity. Integral. Integral means you cannot separate it. Like a integral, you can say a woolen blanket. If you take out all the wool, will be there any blanket? No. That is the wool is the integral part of the blanket. So Sanatana Dharma is the eternal integral with divinity. When we speak of Sanatana Dharma, therefore, we must take it for granted on the authority of Srimad Ramanujarya that it has neither beginning nor end. That which has neither end nor beginning must not be sectarian, for it cannot be limited by any boundaries. Yeah, I don't think it is very difficult to understand. Those belonging to some sectarian faith will wrongly consider that Sanatana Dharma is also sectarian. But if we go deeply into the matter and consider it in the light of modern science, it is possible for us to see that Sanatana Dharma is the business of all people of the world, nay, of all the living entities of the universe. Now, non-Sanatana religions, faith, may have some beginning in the annals of human history, but there is no beginning to the history of Sanatana Dharma, because it remains eternally as the living entities are concerned. The authoritative Shastras state has no death. In the Gita, it is said that. It is stated that the living entity is never born and he never dies. He is eternal and indestructible, and he continues to live after the destruction of his temporary material body. In reference to the concept of Sanatana Dharma, we must try to understand the concept of religion from the Sanskrit root meaning of the word. Dharma refers to that which is constantly exist with a particular object. এগুলি come another one. Sanskrit means culture. Sanskrit word lectures culture language. Like in other language, Leri, Jeri, Tom, Dham, there is no meaning actually. But in Sanskrit, everybody says root. What is dharma? If in Indian name, if ask anybody, every name has some meaning. You see, all your name here, everybody has some meaning. It is not Tom, Dum, or Kiskar. English poetry also, so many this type of name. But Sanskrit is not like that. That is a cultured language. So dharma also come not homosexually. 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 means, or somebody says, Narma Sita Devi Dashirecha. What is the meaning of my name, Narma? Priya Narma Shakhi Jata Chamarula. Most dear, Narma means most dear. So everybody, and somebody, Namra Sita.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Namra means very humble, Namra. And Normo, if it is Normo, that is most dear. Namra means
Humble.
humble. You want to say something? You have raised hand. Okay.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. It's a disturbance. Okay, ask question after that. So we are discussing about dharma means 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1. That means meaning is that the part holds that substance, the property who is identify that object. So that is why dharma means the eternal occupational duty of that being. As we are discussing about the dharma of soul, not dharma of the body, here Sanatana Dharma, as body is temporary, body is not Sanatana. As soul is Sanatana, that is why religion means religion of the soul, not the body. Dharma refers to that which is constantly existing with a particular object, dharma. We conclude that there is heat and light along with the fire. Without heat and light, there is no meaning to the word fire. Similarly, we just discovered the essential part of the living entities. That part which is his constant companion. Like if a mother makes some sweet meat and give a child, okay, gulab jamun, eat it. Mother, you have given salt. No, no, I have given sweet. Sugar. No, no, you have given salt. Mother will take it. I have given. Then when mother will eat, oh, by mistake I have given salt. It is not that mother will not say, oh, nowadays sweet and sugar has changed its property into salty. When mother is eating that gulab jamun is salty, then it's concluded that by mistake I have given salt, not sugar. If there is, if you go to the market and you are buying sugar, there is no taste, no sweetness. Will you buy that sugar? And you'll say it is sugar? No. That constant companion is the eternal quality, and that eternal quality is his eternal religion. When Sanatana Goswami asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatana Goswami asked Mahaprabhu, কিবা আমি কেন আমায় যারে তাপত্র হয় ইহা নাহি জানি কেমনে হিত হয় গ্রাম্য ব্যবহারে পণ্ডিত বলে মানি people in village call me Pandit, but I am so rascal, I don't know who I am. Kiba Ami, who I am. Why three types of measuring is giving me punishment? I don't know. Still, I am thinking I will learn a scholar. Village people address me, and I also think, oh, yes, I am something. But I am so rascal, I don't know who I am. What is Sharup? Sharup means Sam is own. Rup means identity. What is my identity? When Sanatana Goswami asked Chaitanya about Sarup of the living entity, what is the identity, real identity of the soul? The Lord what is position in the office? I am a sweeper. It is my Sarup. This is identity. In the same way, what is identity of living entity? Means occupational position is the living being of the living being is the rendering the service to the Supreme Personal Godhead. That is Sharup. Nitya Krishnata, eternally serving. If we analyze this statement of Lord Chaitanya's, we can easily see that every living being is constantly engaged in rendering service to another being. Prabhupada in his lecture is mentioned, everybody is forced to serve other. If someone has nothing to serve, they'll keep dog to serve them. That propensity is there to serve. A living being serves other living beings in various capacities. By doing so, the living entity enjoys life. The lower animals serve human beings as servant, serve their master. A serves B master, B serves C master, and C serves D master, and so on. Under these circumstances, we can see that one friend serves another friend, the mother serves the son, the wife serves the husband serves the wife, and so on. And politicians say, give me vote, I'll serve you. You not do, but for asking vote, he'll say, give me vote, I'll serve you. Everybody wants to serve. If we go on searching in this spirit, it will be seen that there is no exception in the society of living beings to the activity of service. I think you have seen the picture. Politician, how they get the picture? Politician are so humble, huh? They are so humble, they don't want to keep garland in their neck also. They are, no, I am not a respected person, no garland. On the other hand, they want to serve. Why? No garland and folded hand. They want to show we are servant of the society. Though in the mind is something else, but externally they show we are the humble servant. The politician presents his manifesto for the public to convince them of his capacity for service. The voters therefore give the politician their valuable votes, thinking that he'll render valuable service to society. The shopkeeper serves the customer and the artisan serves the capitalist. The capitalist serves the family and the family serves the state in the terms of eternal capacity of the eternal living being. In this way, we can see that no living being is exempt from rendering service to other living beings. And therefore, we can safely conclude that service is the constant companion of the living being, and that the rendering of service is the eternal religion of the living being. So Prabhupada gradually come to that point. What is religion? Eternal religion, service. Service to whom? Now that point will come. Service to whom? As service is eternal, that means service to someone eternal, master. If service is religion, means eternal, that means that service not to dog. It should be someone who is eternal. Yet, man professes to belong to the particular type of faith and refers to a particular time and circumstance, and thus claims to be a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, or an adherent of any other sect. Such designations are non-Sanatan Dharma. A Hindu may change his faith to become a Muslim, or a Muslim may change his faith to become a Hindu, or a Christian may change his faith, and so on. But in all circumstances, this change of religious faith does not affect the eternal occupation of rendering service to others. The Hindu, Muslim, or Christian in all circumstances is servant of someone. Thus to profess a particular type of faith is not to profess one's Sanatan Dharma. The rendering of service is Sanatan Dharma. I think definition is clear. The rendering of service is Sanatan Dharma. Prabhupada is gradually saying, and that service to Godhead. At least up to that level, we have understood service eternal. If you want to more clearly understand this part, you should read the introduction of Nectar of Devotion. Prabhupada nicely explained there also. When he explained the name of Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu, Bhakti and Ras. Bhakti means doing something out of love. That is called Bhakti. Like, he's a Sharab ka Bhakta. That isn't Bhakti. Bhakti means out of love doing something. That is Bhakti. And how there is Ras, some taste is there. Without taste, one cannot do. And that Bhakti Ras are of two types, temporary and permanent. Temporary Ras, we are going to office for money. Temporary Ras. With any Ras connected with temporary object is temporary Ras. And that Ras, which is connected to the eternal, that is called is Amrita. Bhakti Ras is Amrita, nectar. Here, this service, religion, factually, we are related to the Supreme Lord in service. This service. The Supreme Lord is the Supreme Enjoyer, and we living entities are His servitors. We are created for His enjoyment, and if we participate in that eternal enjoyment with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we become happy. We can become happy. Otherwise, it is not possible to be happy independently, because as no one part of the body can be happy without cooperating with the stomach. It is not possible for the living entity to be happy without rendering transcendental loving service unto the Supreme Lord. In the connection, Bhagavatam, nice verse is there. Chatha turumolo nishechanana tipati. Just by pouring water on the root of a tree, all the tree fruits, twigs, flowers nourishes. In the same way, by giving food to the mouth, whole body nourishes. In the same way, one should serve unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Bhagavad Gita, worship of different demigods or rendering service to them is not approved. Here another thing, if you want to explain something, this is this, and at the same time you have to tell this is not. You have to clarify that also. Like if you ask someone, you're making someone devotee, do you eat prasad? Yes, yes, I eat prasad. And by hearing you say, oh, he is eating prasad. But when you eat prasad, when I go to the temple, that time I take prasad. But you have asked, do you take prasad means you don't take anything other than prasad. You are asking that thing actually. But he, yes, yes, I take prasad when I go to the temple. If somebody gives me prasad, I eat. Question is not that. You at the same time you have to, do you take anything other than offered food? Then it will be clear answer. The same way, what is not Sanatana religion, that should be. Worshiping demigod is not Sanatana. Rendering service to them is not approved. It is stated in 7th chapter, 20th verse. Kamas is the Ritogyana. Ritogyana, Rito means lost. Knowledge is lost. Need to last. Kamas. That is why Prapadanta Unnatavata. That is worship other demigod. Tang tang niyamam astha prakritan yata shwaya. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. Here it is plainly said that those who are directed by lust worship the demigods and not the Supreme Lord Krishna. Kama is the kamana, desire. When we mention the name Krishna, we do not refer to any sectarian name. Another thing, very important. When we oh, you are also doing sectarian. No, Krishna is not sectarian. Krishna means like a sun. Sun is not sectarian. Moon is not sectarian. So Lord is not sectarian. Lord's name is, if is like sun's name is Vivashan, is sectarian? We have given a Sanskrit name is Vivashan. As we give the name of Vivashan, that is his sectarian. Water, we give the name of Jal, Pani. Does it become sectarian? The Krishna means the highest pleasure. And it is confirmed that the Supreme Lord is the reservoir or storehouse of all pleasures. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, in the very beginning said, Okil Rasamrita Murti. The reservoir of all transcendental melas, rasas. We are all hankering after pleasure. Anandamaya Vajat, the living entities, like the Lord, are full of consciousness. And they are after happiness. The Lord is perpetually happy. And if the living entities associate with the Lord, cooperate with Him, and take part in His association, then they also become happy. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada has nicely explained what is Sanatana Dharma. This is the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Now, by applying Sanatana Dharma, what are the results we are going to get? After eating, what will happen? So if we accept Sanatana Dharma, if we love, serve Lord, what are we are going to get? That will explain later on. how to go, what is practical process to go, and what are going to get after going there. Okay. Namrashita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat Pranams to you. Maharaj, I want to ask one thing. Maharaj, generally Hindus, they always speak out that we are Sanatani, we are Sanatani. So what is their actual understanding about Sanatan Dharma? Because the other day I had an argument with one person for book distribution. I had gone out and I just said to him that you just buy our book and help us in preaching and spreading Sanatan Dharma. So he was asking me what is the relationship between ISKCON and Sanatan Dharma. So I just want to understand
ISKCON
what
means
is that.
Sanatan, Sanatan means ISKCON.
Yeah, yes, but he was not ready to listen. But I want to understand what is their understanding
Can you
for
make
Sanatan.
understand to your dog?
Pardon,
Can
Maharaj?
you make understand to your dog this philosophy?
No, no, Maharaj.
Give him prasad.
Hmm.
Dog will not understand.
So, Maharaj, what is their understanding for Sanatan? How, why Hindus say that we are Sanatani? What is their understanding?
Everybody has a level of understanding, but not knowing. When we read this, then we understood. But before reading this, how do we understood?
Hmm.
Hindi is another, Sanatan Dharma. Without knowing, how will you know? Without studying, without knowledge. Before reading this from Prabhupada, what we used to think, they are also thinking in that way. Hindu means like, what is Hindu? Muslim and others used to call ill by ill names because we are the resident on the bank of the Sindhu river. That is, he used to call Hindu, and we are proud of it. Oh, we are Hindu.
Hmm.
There's no original scripts are written in Hindu. In Gita,
Hmm.
Bhagavad, Bhagavad, Purana, Upanishad, Ramayana, no religion is Hindu. Who has, we are happy with that Hindu religion.
Hmm.
We should not say so much about that.
Hmm.
Everybody has different understanding.
Yes, Maharaj.
But what is the
Yes,
real understanding we should understand?
yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hari Bol. भुवन मोहिनी माता जी.
हरे कृष्णा महाराज, दंडवत प्रणाम। महाराज हिंदी में पूछ सकते हैं?
Yes.
हाँ जी महाराज, जैसे बोलते हैं कि जो देवी देवताओं की पूजा है वो अविधि पूर्वक है, भगवान ही बोलते हैं, है ना? तो कुछ लोग और लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ इच्छा होती है तो वो देवी देवताओं की पूजा करते हैं। पर कुछ लोगों को महाराज ऐसे ऐसे भी लोग मिलते हैं जिनको नेचुरली उनको बहुत प्रेम होता है, जैसे किसी को शिव जी से बहुत प्रेम होता है, किसी को दुर्गा जी से बहुत प्रेम होता है, और वो किसी इच्छा के लिए या उनका कुछ शक्ति जान करके उनकी भक्ति नहीं करते हैं। वो मतलब नेचुरली वो उनकी उनकी तरफ इंक्लाइंड है और उनकी भक्ति करते हैं। तो फिर ऐसे लोगों को क्या बोले महाराज?
कोई नस्ल इनके कुत्ता के पुत्र होगा तो होके देवता बन जाएगा क्या? किसी को नस्ल इनके होते हैं कुत्ते के पुत्र, तो क्या करोगे आप?
हम्म।
तो अलग अलग कॉन्शियस है, जो सत्वगुण, तमोगुण, रजोगुण, अलग अलग गुण का अलग अलग अटैचमेंट है। खाने का तमोगुण आदमी का खाना अलग, रजगुण का आदमी का खाना अलग है, सत्वगुण उसी तरह। जो सत्वगुण है देवता की पूजा करेगा, रजगुण है जक्ष रक्ष पूजा करेगा, जो तमगुण है भूत प्रेत की पूजा करेगा, और शुद्ध सत्व में तो विष्णु का पूजा करेगा। अलग अलग गुण, अलग अलग गुण, अलग अलग, तो सत्य एक तो कर ही नहीं सकते। इसीलिए वेद है कल्प वृक्ष। कल्प वृक्ष था, हाँ, उसके बाद जो कुछ मांगोगे सब देगा, कल्प वृक्ष।
महाराज
थैंक यू वेरी मच। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। भगवत गीता